G'day, Matt here again from Evolutionabrasivescoatings, and today, following on from our last video, we finished off sanding our sample, timber flooring sample. Got it down to a very smooth finish, and yeah, so we're up to coating stage. So we've got a bit of a twist happening today. We're going to be bleaching this timber floor, this timber sample, going through user DIY friendly on how to, and looks amazing, and yeah, shade through it. So here we have our timber floor sample finished off to 120 grit, which has come up very nicely, and it is ready for coats. In this instance today, we're going to be bleaching it. So basically, with bleaching, if you have an overall red-brown floor, don't like the colour, want to change it a lot lighter, what we do is we bleach it and bring it down to a lot lighter timber species to achieve a sort of a beach rustic look, which looks fantastic. So on the end here we have brush box, which is pretty common around Brisbane, southeast Queensland. In the middle, hoop pine, spotted gum, and black butt. And on the end here, we just have a couple of strips of black butt, spotty, and brush box. So yeah, this is the before of how it looks. Once we bleach it, we'll go through the process and see the results at the end. So here we have our bleaching system, which is from Litenit. It's actually wood lightener. Comes in a two-part system, which mixes together, forms a chemical bond, and draws the tannins out of the timber. That's what gives it the bleaching effect to the timber flooring, which will actually bring it up a lot lighter. Eco-friendly and DIY user-friendly. Just follow the proper precautions and instructions on how to. Hope this video helps as well. And yeah, let's get it mixed up and get it down. So when mixing the Litenit bleaching system, what we want to do is we only want to use the amount that will work out to timber floor. So basically we've got about 3.5 square metres here. So basically we really only just want to use probably about a litre of each of the A and the B in the Litenit. If you've got measuring cups, pour it into a pouring can. If you've got larger areas, a larger pouring can. If not, we're just using a small bucket in this case today for such a small area. So just 1 cup of each. Pour him in. And we don't want to have it mixed for way too long. Water is a suppressant for it, which dilutes it and kills it off when we're not using it. Also, when applying, make sure you use a broom, soft synthetic brush head. Any hair fibres and stuff in most brushes and deck brushes and stuff like that used to apply. The chemical reaction, it will chew away, it will eat away the bristles of the hairs on your applicator. So make sure they're all synthetic, please. Okay, now we've got our mix ready to go. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to pour a puddle at a time, grab our synthetic broom head brush, and we're just going to work it in. Now the stuff does get a little bit potent, so if you need a respirator, any PPE, stuff like that, we're in a bit of an open area in my shed here, which is not too bad, but yeah, in enclosed houses and stuff like that, you wear your respirator. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour it down, work it in with the timber, and if you, and again, you've got skirtings and walls and stuff like that as well, you know, cut in around the edges with your brushes, synthetic, and yeah, get it worked in. like I said, just move it around. Crush it in. Work it around to the timber. Each section at a time. I'll get a little bit down here. Section. You can have a large area and just keep working around with it. Room by room. Don't miss anywhere. Now it's applied, and I'll show you how it looks and how it's going off. And here you can see the Litenit chemically reacting to the timber, pulling out those tannins. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit for half an hour, and we're going to reapply again, just to give it an overall good effect. Always recommended to bleach it twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to part ways with the product we just used, which is only a little bit left because we only mixed up so much. And remix and reapply again in half an hour. As you can see, starting to dry off. Timber's already got a massive difference in appearance. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start applying another coat of Litenit over top. Okay, so we've mixed up our second batch and we're ready to apply our second coat of Litenit Bleach. Just a tip too, just try and avoid it getting on your skin as well, because you will get a bit of a burn. So just work it easy. Pull it nice and easy. Don't go flicking it everywhere like your walls and stuff. And just try your best not to get it on your skin. So even if you want to wear overalls or sperm suit, maybe just protect your legs and stuff so it doesn't spray back up on you. But pretty simple process. And to get the overall look, bloody worth it. And as you can see here, the bleaching has done its job. You can see the different appearance in the darker timbers. How much lighter it's made the hoop pine. And that's the outcome. So what we're going to do now, we're going to wash it down with fresh water. Wash all the tannins, excess oil that has popped out of it. And let that dry off. Still see some tannin oil coming out from the butt joint there. A couple of spots. But once we wash it down, we'll eradicate and move on to the next section. So in this part of the video, once we've gone over it twice with our bleaching system, got the outcome, so now we need to wash it down with some warm, fresh water. Just to clear away all the gum and gut that's come out of the timber and give it a good scrub down. Fresh water, warm, fresh water. Just using a broom mop. You can use a mop, fresh water, any kind of mopping system. Get it on there and give it a good scrub down. Same again, get it in there. Re-dip, or if you've got a mop and bucket, good squeegee out. Give it a good scrub. Now once we wash it down with clean warm water, it's going to appear like nothing's ever happened, like we didn't bleach it. But once this dries back out, you will see it has been properly bleached. And the advantage of us washing it down with water is the water popping. So basically it's going to raise the grain again, and when we go to put our base oil down, it's going to penetrate right into the timber of the grain and give it an amazing look. Okay, so our timber species sample has dried out. This is after a wash. As you can see, it's come up a lot lighter. And now for the next process, we're going to run a seidle base oil light over it, which will be a trowel and a buff in. Now the grain's open, it's water popped. So when bleaching timber floors, we like to finish off on an overall contrast after the bleaching is processed. So as you can see, it's all bleached off. But now we just need that endless seamless finish. So what we're going to do now, with the last clean, we opened the grain by a bit of a water pop by cleaning it, so it was a bit of an advantage there. So once we put our tinted pigment base oil down, we're going to trowel it in and then we're going to buff it off. Today we're using burger seidle classic oil. It's pigmented stain and very superior. So we're going to give the stain a good stir in, pick up all the pigments off the bottom, stir it very well. Once it's mixed through, clean it off. Grab our trowel. Now pour just a decent puddle at a time and work its way through. So now that we've troweled the white pigmented base oil in from burger seidle, we're going to grab the burnisher now, recommended white pad, and we're going to burnish the oil into the timber, give it overall nice white look. And now we've gone over with the white pad, we're going to use the burnishing cloth to apply over top and take any excess off. Now here we have our burnishing cloth. So what we're going to do is place the burnishing cloth down, place the white pad in the middle, fold the corners in, and then place it underneath our burnisher, our rotary sander. So after we've done our trowel fill with our burger seidle base oil, tinted white, yeah, pushed it into the grain and burnished it in. So now we're getting that nice, light, beachy sort of look. Now the two hoop bind boards in the middle here, they do stand out because they're generally lighter as it is, but when polyurethane is applied to them, they do yellow off and they do look light and yellow. So with the hoop pine and the rest of the species, lighten off like this, instead of being yellow, it will have a nice grey, white sort of contrast to it. So we let the base oil dry off for 24 hours, so overnight. And when we come back in the morning, it should be dry enough so we can start applying clear coats to the sample. Okay, so now we've let our base oil sit overnight and it's dried off nicely. And you can see the full Litenit effect over the species. It has turned those darker boards into a nice white, grey, beachy sort of look. So now we're ready to start applying clear coats. 2-pack water-based polyurethane from burger seidle. So to go with our sample with the timber bleaching, we use and recommend burger seidle water-based polyurethane. It's a 2-part system and it's the first of its kind in the world. It's a Green Star, it's the first waterborne 2-component wood floor finish without hazard labelling on hardener according to CLP legislation. So what that means is it doesn't have any of the nasties like Zircon, no isocyanates in it, and they're very to none VOCs at all. So very user friendly, no need to wear a respirator, and very strong, hard wearing 2-part water-based polyurethane. So we've gone ahead and we're trying to mix products. So we've used the burger seidle white tint base oil, and now we're applying clear coats of the seidle 2-pack green style water-based polyurethane. 2 coats of. So what the base oil has done, it's acted as a sealer, so it is now completed and filled in the grain of the timber, and now we're good to go and start applying clear coats over the top. And now with the sample, we've chosen a extra matte finish, so it's going to be dulled right down and just looks stunning. So we've already had some peat mixed here, so we've got it in the bucket, mixed the 2 parts together to a standard ratio, so we're only doing a small sample here, so we didn't mix up too much. We've got the 2 components here together, give it a good mix up, and again, because this is a sample, if you're doing a house, residential, you've got walls, skirts and stuff, you're going to have to cut in around the edges and roll it out to meet up with it. So with the sample, we don't really have to cut in here with the cutting brush. We can just go ahead and roll it out. So the best way to roll out a room, each individual room, always work out a plan, work out an exit strategy, because the last thing you want to do is cut yourself in a corner with no way to get out. If you have 3-bedroom house, bedrooms off to the sides of the hallway, so you do your 3 bedrooms first. Cut off point, come out from the hallway, and work into the dining, lounge area, out the front door. That's your typical 3-bedroom, high-set house, timber floor. So best practice is once your edges are cut in with the brush, cut in around, get an even amount on your microfiber, 10mm microfiber roller that we applied here on a 270mm cage, roller cage. Get a good amount on, and we want to roll across the boards first in sections, working our way back to the door. So we need an exit strategy, so we'll start off like this. Roll across the boards first, just in a small section. Apply more when you need it. So basically, with this 2-part verticidal polyurethane, coverage is about 1 litre to 10 square metres. And that's really good coverage, good base on the coatings, and it's just going to make it very hard wearing. Make sure you're getting it across, even coverage. And work your way down to the next section. Make sure you get it on there. Now once we've gone across the boards, in sections, we're going to roll it out with the grain, lengthways with the boards. Get a little bit more on there, stretch your pole out if you have to, and try and coat from wall to wall. Now once you've achieved this part of the process, keep working back to your exit point out of the room or wherever you are in the house, and just keep following that. And that's your first coat applied. And then we'll move on to the next section where we need to lightly screen it back, light cut back, and apply a second coat and our final finish. Okay, so we applied the first coat. It's dried off after about 4 hours, the dry time. Helpful to a beautiful Brisbane, Queensland sunny day. It's averaging about 32 degrees today, so it's dried off pretty well. Look, in your cooler months like your winters and stuff like that, you go down that day, you better off just waiting overnight to start the next procedure. Don't risk it. When it's fully tapped off, and when you go to cut it back, it'll powder up nicely, and that's when you know it's fully cured and ready to cut back. So basically, in between coats, we want to etch the surface, light cut back, so thousands of little swells in it, so that way the next coat can bind to it. That's how it works. So basically what we usually use is a screen mesh pad. This is a 220 grit, good for water-based polyurethane. And we usually have a rotary sander, as you see previously what we used, applied to the bottom of it, and just run over the floor, cutting it back, and because you get grain rays, and it takes all that out as well, and you're etching the floor for the next coat to go down over top. So what I've done here is I've just used the screen, small sample. I didn't really need to use the rotary sander, and I just hand rubbed it myself, and it powdered up nicely, looking great, and ready for the final coat to go down. So once we've scuffed back our surface, it's all prepped, ready to go, give it a good clean up, good vacuum. We want a dust-free finish on our final coat. So close windows, turn fans off, so we don't want any airborne dust floating around, because when it does settle, it's going to land on your floor. And we don't want your coatings to be wet when that does. So we want to try and eradicate as much draft airborne dust as possible. So that way we get a nice dust-free sort of looking finish. And we're going with the matte finish again with the Burger Seidle Green Star, 2-component water-based polyurethane, next to nothing VOC, so very good to apply and good for you, and very hard wearing. And as you'll see by the end, the finish we're going to achieve, it's fantastic. So same process as before, across the boards and work it out, and always go to the exit point. So here we have it. Finished our timber flooring bleach sample. Finished off with a nice beautiful Burger Seidle Green Star matte finish. It's been a process, but at the end, it's worth it. So we're very happy with the outcome. Now the overall of this is that instead of going out and thinking, oh, I'm not happy with the subfloor, the floors that I already have, if they're red, brown, orange, look orange and disgusting, give us a call. We can sort you out if you're willing to have a go yourself, bleaching it. If not, give us a call. We would be more than happy to transform your floors and bleach them just like this. So yeah, so don't go out and pay thousands and thousands of dollars replacing the floor or laying floors over beautiful timber that you already have, that you can transform like this. And again, have a go yourself. We hire all the gear here, so we've got everything from start to finish for you to achieve that goal. You find the task too grueling, give us a call. We can come out, inspect the site for you, give you a quotation, and go from there. So from your standard sand and polish job, this process takes maybe a day or two longer, just for the extra bleaching and oiling and coating to be applied. But as you can see, lovely outcome. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this process, the video, the process. My name is Matt, Evolutionabrasivescoatings. Please check out our timber floor bleaching section on our website, www.evolutionabrasivescoatings.com, and like our Facebook page and Instagram page for updates. Alright, well I hope to talk to you soon, and I hope this video helped. We're based in Brendale in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And yeah, check us out. Thanks a lot.